You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, you would think that after a while, EA Games being this established gaming company, you got games like Apex, Madden, FIFA, you got Battlefield, you have Dead Space, you have all of these like high-end titles, right? High-end titles. You think because of how established those games are in the gaming community that EA Games is killing it, right? One would think that EA Games is killing it. I have yet to see them come out with any game that does well. Like, hold on, let me just see, because obviously they ain't gonna go on, like, EA Play and show the bad ratings for their games. So let's just look up all their, like, different titles and stuff. Alright, Electronic Arts. They don't have, alright, list, browse. Let's see, they don't really show it. Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna... Alright, no, actually, no, they do show it. So, their last game that... Sorry, I accidentally muted my microphone, but the last game that they had released was Need for Speed Unbound, mixed ratings. FIFA 2023, mixed ratings. Madden NFL 23, mixed ratings. F1 2022, mostly positive. But if you actually click on the ratings, a lot of negatives. Like the first few reviews that you actually see for the game, that's the most helpful is negative ratings. So I get maybe I should give that game a chance, but the number one reason, so if I'm gonna talk on, because there's an issue that I have with F1 22 or 2022, whatever they want to call it. So I have a steering wheel controller, right? It's such a dope thing. Like, for those that, if you ever get into playing racing games, you should always get a steering wheel controller, because that's like the best thing that you can do for yourself when playing a racing game. So anyways, I got a steering wheel controller, seeing that this game was coming out, really wanted to play it. The controls, they make it seem like that you're driving a bus and you're driving an like a Formula One car. So I don't get what the issue is on why, like, they have, and then when you try to change it, it doesn't change. Like, bro, and the crazy thing is that, so they came out, well, they technically didn't come out with it, but they published it, I guess. But they came out with a game called Grid Legends. Controls in that, perfect, amazing, love it. I'll play that. That's like the only racing game that I actually can sit down and play without having no issues with it. Yeah, it's like, the AIs in there might be a little, dumb and stuff, but overall, the Grid Legends, it's still a good game. Now, with F1 2022, what's crazy is that it came out after Grid Legends. And Grid Legends came out in the beginning of last year, so one would think that, okay, like, they, whatever issues that Grid Legends had, we're gonna fix those issues with F1 2022, even though it's two different games, but we're gonna have it where it's like copy and paste the controls. Why are the controls different? It makes no sense to me. So that's why I don't particularly play F1 2022. Plants vs Zombies. Yeah, that, like, the only reason why that game is good is because it used to be a mobile game. Everybody likes mobile games, but Grid Legends, okay, mostly positive. Battlefield 2042, mostly negative. The reason why I feel like that game did get negative reviews is because they tried to make it into something that it's not. Battlefield is Battlefield. It's not Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They tried to make that game exactly like Black Ops 4, and it's like, fam, if we want to play Black Ops 4, we will play Black Ops 4, but it's like you're trying to blend that and then mix it up with the elements of like Fortnite with these battle passes and all that stuff, and it's like, bruh, stop with these battle passes. It makes no sense to have every game out there with battle passes. We don't ask for that. We don't want that. We just want a video game that's fully developed, that we can play, that's fun. And it just seems like EA just goes in the opposite direction when it comes to games. Probably their most big, like, well, it's a free game, but probably their biggest game to date is Apex Legends. Now, I have played Apex Legends. The only time that I do actually sit down and play that game is when I'm playing it with friends. But playing it by myself, I'm trying to think. The last time I think I played it by myself I think it was a couple of years ago. I think it was overall a couple of years ago, but other than that, I do not play that game by myself. Now I don't, because it's not fun. And I'm like, when I'm playing it with friends, I like, the thing is this. If me and my friends, like, still feel like that, you know, we would still have a good time, even if Apex wasn't even there. We could play any other game, but it's like, if Apex isn't there, I will not be upset about it. I honestly wouldn't. EA, in all of their games, can all shut down. I will not cry. I most likely, I would be like, if there's going to be any emotion, it's going to be like shock with the mix of happiness, because I'm like, finally, people don't have to waste their money on this game, or on their games. People don't have to waste their time, and I'm gonna be shocked that I'm like, wow, it actually finally happened. It's something that should have happened a long time ago, because it makes no sense to me that you guys, like, let's just see, like, the yearly income for EA games. Because it has to be a lot with games like Madden and FIFA, where and then Apex, all this money that they're generating. Let's just EA yearly revenue, I guess. Electronic Arts annual revenue for 2020 was $5.5 billion, an 11.86 increase from 2019. So you mean to tell me that it's like you guys are making that much money, $5 billion, and you can't hire developers that actually care for the games that they're developing? I feel like that when they fix something in a game, it just adds more problems to that game. So it's like they take one step forward, but then go 20 steps backwards. And then that's why you see where a lot of their games have either mixed reviews or negative reviews. But I have yet to see an EA game do so good that it has an overwhelming... Let's just see if there is any overwhelmingly positive EA games. Because if so, then I take back everything that I said. But if not, bro, even Apex got, like, the recent reviews, they got overall, like, they... like a... was it mixed or negative? Mixed. And that's like for the recent reviews. So let's just see if they got anything like overwhelmingly positive. So they got The Sims, that's very positive. The Sims, I feel like that's like the only game that's actually good from EA. But other than that, because it's like it's not a big requirement from like games that require skill levels from EA. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. I wish they just overall show like the list of. Let me just see if I can just search up Electronic Arts user rating. So Plants vs Zombies, a game that they most likely they wasn't the like original developers. All right, hold on. Let me see if did EA, because if they bought it, did EA buy Plants vs Zombies? The first game, Plants was developed and released before it's... Yeah, so the overall EA had to buy a game that actually... But overall, could they themselves develop a game that actually does well? No, they cannot. Because they've had years to do that. And the last time that they came out with a game, I had to say that actually was good from them, was back in like the PlayStation 2 era. But now, it's what they got going on now? No. There's no way possible you could convince me that EA... And let's just overall see if they got any other games besides Plants vs. Zombies. Peggle Deluxe. Who developed that? Your same company that developed Plants vs. Zombies. Okay, Glass. Who is this? They don't have nothing to do with EA. See, that's what I'm saying. I just overall wanted to look up EA, and it's like there's all these like other companies and stuff, because I'm like... Battlefield, like, but yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was like a game that came out 13 years ago, and that's like that's their only game from them that actually got good ratings. But other than that, it's like any other games from them, no, it's like there's no way possible. There is no way possible you are looking at them. And then it's crazy how it's like you go on the actual Battlefield Bad Company, because I clicked on the Vietnam like DLC. You click on the actual Bad Company 2 page on Steam, it got a mostly positive, and they won't show that. They won't say that on their app. They're gonna say, and it's like, yeah, that's why they had to come out with subscription services like EA Play and EA Play Pro, because they know people ain't gonna be wanting to buy their games unless it's like a classic game that actually is good. But other than that, it's no, bruh. It's you guys. Look, overall, what EA needs to do, they need to shut down as a company. That's like, because look, they've had years to come out with good games. They're not. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about developing video games. They just gonna copy paste, or just try to come out with some generic video game, slap some big huge title on it. But other than that, no. I've given them too many years, bro. Too many years for them to actually do something good with their games. And honestly, 2023, they can shut down as a company, and I would not care. I honestly would not care. If they were to say EA Games is closing their doors, good riddance. Because I'm like, you guys had way too long to actually do something good with your guys' games, and you're not. 2023, no, I'm not with it. Because I'm like, you guys honestly should not struggle this bad to come out with a game, and then it's not good. And it has issues. And it's rigged. I've been saying this since I was in high school, bro. It's not like I'm just saying this, because the thing is this. I've played probably over 1,000 video games throughout my lifetime. EA is the only company that I have talked so much crap about. Yeah, there's other companies out there that messes up, but EA, oh my god. It's like, for myself to play their games for so long, right? So long. And you mean to tell me the last time that you guys actually came out with some good games was back when it's crazy how, like, back then, like, it's like they release a game too early. Like, fam, stop doing that. Stop coming out with games every year thinking, oh, we gotta compete, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. No, you don't. But at this point now, I'm like, you know what? No, because I'm like, I at this point, if I was the one person in this world that can help EA Games become a better company, it's either they give me full creative control or I'm not helping. Because I'm like, what you guys got going on where it's like you're scamming fans and rigging games. That's literally EA's like, that's honestly what EA stands for, scamming fans and rigging games. Because there's no way possible EA stands for anything else besides that. I'm like, it might not go with EA, but that's honestly what I see when I see EA. And I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, at this point now, only time I want to see the letters E and A is when I'm listening to that that Young Nudie, I think that's his name, Young Nudie and 21 Savage. That's the only time I want to actually see anything EA related, is when I'm listening to that song. But anything from EA Games, no. I don't want to play no more. The fact that I have gave this company so much of my money, from doing pack openings in FIFA, from buying Maddens, from buying Need for Speeds, from buying Battlefields, from buying probably every genre of games from EA. All this money that I've given them, and they still keep coming out with crap games. No, they can shut down as a company, and I will not be upset about it. I won't cry. I won't be sad, depressed, none of that. I will lose no hours of my sleep schedule if EA were to shut down right now. I would not care. I, in fact, will probably be happy. I think that would be the one time that I will find some genuine happiness in my soul from EA Games. But it makes no sense that you guys keep continuously coming out with games and you put half of the work in it, but you expect people to pay $69.99 for a video game, or even charging EA Games. That either you guys have it where your games are free, or have it where people are like, you shut down. It's one of the two, shut down or free games. But other than that, it's like, no, you guys don't need no more money. You guys are making $5 billion. It's like that is their annual income. $5 billion. And I imagine it probably was a lot more in because that was in 2020, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot more in 2021, 2022, and it's most likely gonna be a lot in this year too. But I'm like, nah, bro, that just don't make no sense. Where it's like you guys keep continuously coming out with games and they're trash and garbage every single year. That is something that I will look into a EA developer's face and say, your guys' games are trash. They are garbage. They're not good, and they never will be good. Why do you guys keep giving into it? I'm saying, like, it's just for them to hype, like, cause that's, if you see some games out there, there's games they'll have trailers, right? Like on TV and stuff, you flipping through the channels, some like, trailer for a video game. You see where it's like games get overwhelmingly positive reviews, all that stuff. People are hyped for it. Games end up being the most wish list games. You have to sit down and realize your guys' games never get good ratings. They never get no TV time. All right. What other things? They never have been like the most wish list game of the year. Do they even win any awards? I'm trying to think. Like, I've never heard anything good from EA. And then based off of what my friends have told me, where it's like when they be having these like competitions overseas for Apex, they have the people that's a part of the competitions pay for their flight there. And I'm like, look, if it wasn't for those content creators playing Apex, do you guys think that Apex would be a good game? Do you think that it would be a game that people would be? Because I'm saying, like, if it wasn't for the creators and the people that play these games on YouTube, stream these games on Twitch, post clips of it on TikTok, if it wasn't for them, Apex and any other game from EA, they would not be as successful as they are today. So that's why I'm like, if it wasn't for the content creators, and that's like and I had to say, because that was one thing I'll never forget from EA, was that I remember this was like back in 2015 when I started getting into gaming videos and stuff. EA had it where you had to sign this contract on, like, and you pretty much had to like give them some of your money to like play video or like make videos of their games. They was really doing that crap back then, man. I'm telling you, no, EA, they need to shut down as a company, because I'm like 2023, it's like, no more EA games, no more, because I'm like, you guys, honestly, you've had all these years to come out with good games and do good things. I honestly, no, I'm like this, and I did say I was going to buy this new Dead Space game. I'm not giving EA no more of my money. When Dead Space, when it ends up being on the EA Play, not EA Play Pro, because for some reason they have two different subscription services, and that just don't make no sense to me. But when it's on EA Play and I ain't gotta pay no money for it, or if it's given to me for free, that'll be the only time I'll play Dead Space. I'm not giving EA Games no more of my money this year. Done with them. Done. And I would like to hope and think that other people will follow. If I gotta make videos, tweets, Instagram posts, TikTok videos, I don't care what it is. EA Games they don't deserve no more money. None whatsoever. You guys are making $5 billion. What are you doing with that money? Because it's definitely not going into the video game. So, but anyways, yeah. And that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Peace.